and welcome back to my channel. My name is James, and today I'm going to read you a special story because tomorrow is Halloween. And guess what? I have a friend over.
What is her name?
Halloweeny. Her birthday is tomorrow on Halloween. She always plays hide and seek with me, and it's obvious where she hides, the pumpkin. And today I'm going to read you Curious George Goes to a Costume Party. An awesome Halloween story. This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious. One day, George and his friend, the man with the yellow hat, were on their way to a party at Miss Gray's house. George could not wait. He liked parties, and he was looking forward to seeing Miss Gray. But when the door opened, George did not see Miss Gray at all. He saw a witch. "Don't be afraid, George," said the man with the yellow hat. "This witch is our friend." The witch took off her mask. It was Miss Gray after all. "Oh dear," she said. Did I forget to tell you this was a costume party?" George had never been to a costume party before. Inside, he saw more people that he knew. They were all wearing costumes. There was his friend Betsy, dressed up like an astronaut. And was that Bill? Why? He looked just like a mummy. Oh, what? Is that a real trash can or what? Because that looks so suspicious. George wanted to wear a costume too. "I have some dress-up clothes upstairs," said Miss Gray. "Would you like to use them to make a costume, George?" Miss Gray took George to a room with a big trunk filled with clothes. "Borrow anything you like, George," she said. "I have just the thing for you and your friend downstairs." George tried on lots of costumes. The first was too big. The next was too small. Another was too silly. And this one was too scary. At last, George found a costume that was just right. George was a rodeo cowboy. He wore a vest and pants with fringe, and even had a lasso and a hat. If only he could see himself in the mirror. George was curious. Could he see himself if he stood on the bed? No! He needed to jump higher. George bounced on the bed just a little, but still he couldn't see. Yeah, guess that's not such a good idea. He bounced a little more and a little more. Soon George was having so much fun, he forgot all about looking in a mirror. He bounced as high as he could until, flying off the bed or something, I don't know what. Crash! George bounced off the bed. He smashed into the night table and got tangled up in the tablecloth. Suddenly, everything went dark. George heard people downstairs gasp. "What was that? Was that a ghost?" "A ghost?" George did not want to meet up with a ghost alone. He dashed out of the room, down the hall. He wanted to get back to his friend in a hurry, and he knew the fastest way. He hopped onto the stair rail and sailed whoosh down the stairs. "It is a ghost!" someone screamed. Everyone turned. They looked scared, and they were looking at George. The ghost must be right behind him. George flew off the rail and landed plop in the arms of a farmer. But it wasn't really a farmer. It was his friend, the man with the yellow hat. Soon everyone stopped looking scared and started to laugh. "That's not a ghost! That's a cowboy," laughed a policeman. "That's not a cowboy. That's a monkey," giggled a princess. "That's not just any monkey," said Betsy. "It's Curious George." Everyone clapped and cheered. They liked George's Halloween trick. "You gave us a good scare, George," said Miss Gray, "and I'm glad to see you found some interesting costumes. Now, why don't I take your ghost outfit so you can join the party?" After the guests blobbed for apples, it lit jack-o'-lanterns and played some party games. Prizes for the best costumes were handed out. Oh, I think I know who won the best costumes. There was one prize for Betsy, and one for Bill, and two for Curious George. "You were the best ghost and the best cow, George," said Miss Gray. Everyone had a good time at the party, especially George. Too soon it was time to say goodbye. "Good night, George. Happy Halloween." And this is the end of this story. Hope you like it. Subscribe, share, and like. See you on the next video.